Please welcome Kentucky Senate President Robert Stivers.
Good morning and welcome to Pikeville in Eastern Kentucky for all the people who are not from Eastern Kentucky. I want to start by saying something that I want to talk about, an idea that I didn't have. You know, politicians are great at plagiarizing. But I'm not sure if a couple of my staff members are here, Vaughn Murphy and Jennifer Rowe. There's Vaughn. SOAR is the one who actually gave us this idea several years ago, you know, with the problems that were created around COVID. We saw the United States move from 22,000 remote workers to 2 million remote workers to 60 million remote workers. And then after we got through COVID, it's gone back because a lot of people stayed in the remote working area. And now in the United States, there's 20 million, the statistics that I've seen, 20 million remote workers in the United States. And a lot of them don't have to stay where they are. That's why they're remote workers. And I use my daughter as one example. I don't think my kids really like me using them sometimes as examples. But she's worked for the same company in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Northern Kentucky, and now Hickory, North Carolina, and has yet to go to her main office in New York. So a few years ago, at a presentation by SOAR, there was a group called Make My Move that came here to talk about recruiting remote workers. I want to go through just the economics of it, but I encourage every mayor, every judge, every school board to go back and look at this model that they have proposed. This is where a remote worker doesn't want to live wherever they are, and they can work anywhere they want to. So they want to go to some place that has a serious asset in really good broadband or internet services, so they can work from that area and stay at their home. I tease my daughter that she only get dresses from her waist up because she can wear fuzzy slippers from on her work. But in that, they go to work, they work from their home. It gives them a lot more latitude, and they can be anywhere they want to be. So this group called Make My Move came and said, look, we want to propose something. Each and every county and city should make up what they think is their sales pitch. If I were Pikeville, I would say, hey, look, we got U-Pike. We have a lot of outdoor adventures. We got low taxes. We got opportunity, quick access within an hour, hour and a half of an airport. And we're gig certified. And that really puts you in a position to be in a recruitment mode. Then you want to think about who you want to recruit. Well, if you understand, and this is a little wonky, average daily attendance and the seek allotment, and this is why I say school boards should really get involved in this, is because generally for every child that's in the school system in Eastern Kentucky, the state's going to appropriate you $4,000 per child. So if you can set a demographic of, we want a $75,000 wage earner, childbearing, child rearing years, 2 children come there, they buy a house, it stabilizes your market, your land markets. It brings 2 children on average, which is $8,000 in what we call the seek allotment into the school system. It creates a $75,000 job, and that's just in this example. If you have occupational tax, you get that. And then you get the economic dynamics of these individuals spending money, buying groceries, buying clothes, going to movies, going to restaurants, coming into the town. So working with Colby and the group with SOAR, we decided this past legislative session, let's start a pilot program. Judge Mosley down in Harlan, I think, kind of started this last year, and I think he's had 3 or 4 people who have had success in relocating from Houston, from Florida. A lot of people don't want to live in the big cities anymore. They're looking for a slower lifestyle, lower taxes type of pace. So we in the General Assembly, working with SOAR, thought this would be a great pilot project. Let's try it in Eastern Kentucky. A lot of the counties don't have the money to front to go out and set up the demographics and set up the sales pitch. The individual that would move here would get $2,500 in moving costs. They've been here a year, they would get another $25,000, so it's $5,000. contingent on the group getting all this free pro bono work, they get paid at the end. So your total cost to move a family of 4, 2 children, $75,000 household is going to be around $13,000 to $14,000. But if you look at the tax implications, you get almost half of that back, more than half, just in the ADA SEEK allotment to your local county school system, not to mention what you would generate off of occupational tax and stabilizing of your realty markets, which is really the lifeblood of virtually every governmental entity. So with that, we wanted to announce from the Kentucky General Assembly that we earmarked, and I would ask Colby and his group to come forward, we earmarked $1.5 million. And I recognize Jennifer Rowe and Vaughn Murphy because they're the two that worked with us in the General Assembly to make this happen. So here's a pilot project that SOAR, that they brought to our attention. We are appropriating to them $1.5 million. If it works, 2 years from now, we reload and do it again. Think of that. What can that generate? 110 jobs in Eastern Kentucky, high-paying jobs. You do it twice, that's 220. How many companies could you locate here with a $3 million incentive that would create 220 jobs with medium to high-paying wages? Very few. So we think this is a good investment. I want to thank Colby and his group for working with us, our staff for helping us develop this in the budgetary process, and the people who have put this together. And this is our earmark, and we wanted to I wanted to present a ceremonial check to SOAR. I think they've already drawn it down.
We have.
Yeah, they got their money. You can count on the Colby getting his money. But we wanted to do the ceremonial check to show $1.5 million to work with the SOAR County to do remote worker recruitment. And I want to thank Colby and all his people for the work they've done.
Thank you. Get in the middle of us.
All right.